Boo! At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy. Jimmy.
Now what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil doesn't make up half.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning, I wanna turn on this. Deck it quick. While the average man looking at it's sad like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5-6. I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stock pick. I know that booty got dropped, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounces. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thought, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the futures, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the Nasdaq. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. and I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs. Now I watch moves in the Nasdaq. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profits. That TTG money gang, making profits. We some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody, boys and girls? How are we all doing on this fine afternoon? My name is Michael Edward Paranati. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. In case you guys didn't know, we are actually the Benzinga FinTech Awards recipient for Best AI Analysis Tool. So if you guys are in search for AI trading tools, AI trading bots, AI trading assistants, whatever it is, look no further. There's my partner and I up on stage at the Benzinga FinTech Awards ceremony, the Benzinga Global FinTech Awards ceremony, receiving the Best AI Analysis Tool. That AI analysis tool is unlike anything that I've ever seen in my entire trading career. And I've been doing this for over 18 years. We have literally created tools and resources that do not exist in the market today. Our tool and our AI tool and what are the things that we have been able to do, incorporating things like level 3 data into the AI analysis and everything else. It's capable of doing things that no other AI product or tool on the market is capable of doing as of this time. So truly an unbelievable thing, what it is that we are doing. And I'm happy to see industry leaders like Benzinga and others recognizing True Trading Group for what it is that we're doing with regards to that AI technology, because it truly is something special. And it's helping our members from all over the world to make money. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. That's all that we care about. So, but it's not just about awards here at True Trading Group. You know, we don't aim for that. You know, we are the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that combines university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, and individual mentorship and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We day trade, we swing trade. We also cover long-term investing. There's something literally for everybody here at TTG. Now, if you're wondering why you should listen to anything it is that we discuss on this channel, it's not because I believe that I'm the world's greatest trader. It's simply because I was trained by professionals on Wall Street. My first job out of college was working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City. They had me go through a training program before they let me touch even $1 of their money. And then 2008 happened, which was the Great Recession, the huge stock market crash. But it's also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. And now you fast forward, and I'm the co-founder and head trader at TTG. And along with my team of 8 other professional full-time trading mods and an over 30-person staff, we have helped thousands of members from all over the world to reach their goals. Our community is over 10,000 members strong from 114 different countries. Truly a global community here at True Trading Group. So if you're ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you have come to the right place. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live on this channel with myself, other mods, and special guests. We'll drop golden nuggets, give you free lessons, education, and trade ideas that can help you all make money, can help you all become better traders. Again, that's our goal. It's what we strive to accomplish. So welcome to the TTG Live. What a crazy and wild day in the market. There is so much going on. And, you know, it's funny because I was on this YouTube channel. I mean, I'm on this YouTube now, I feel like every day, 6 days a week. But every Sunday night I go live and I kind of give you my lay of the land. I give you my outlook for the week. I tell you what I think markets are going to do. I tell you what stocks I'm focused on, you know, how we plan on making money this week. I give you the analysis of what I believe is going to happen, not analysis over what has already happened. I really stick my neck out there, and I have no problem doing that. I'm confident in my analysis, my skills, my experience level to tell you guys what I believe is going to happen. And I position myself accordingly to make money from that. It's exactly what you guys get as a member of True Trading Group, as well as the analysis from the 8 other professional traders that are mods at TTG that have been doing this for a long time. And, you know, coming into this week, and this goes all the way back to, honestly, 2 weeks ago. And what I said to you guys after the markets failed that breakout at the all-time high, it was really just, hey, get ready for more of a profit-taking pullback, because I believe that we go lower. And so far, since we did that live stream, the SPY has gone from 602 to 572. So it's one hell of a drop. It's about a 30-point drop in the SPY as you've taken yourself down back into a major support level. And I told everybody kind of coming into this week that as volatile and crazy as last week was, that I believed that the volatility was not over. And you don't take my word for it. Just go back and watch the live stream from Sunday night. It's right here on this YouTube channel for you all to go back and see. And I said, I believe that volatility is still here. I think that we're in the midst of a little bit of a growth scare. We are in the midst of concerns about the economy, concerns about, some inflation, uncertainty around tariffs. And I think that we are going to be getting, and I think this could very well be the start of more of a correction where over the course of the next month or two that we could end up seeing lower prices. I think we're at a spot where the markets will try to bounce. It's a key support level, but I think we're going to see lower prices over the next month or two. And I'm going to explain to you guys really what it is that I'm really focused on, why I believe that this is going to be the case, and then what I think is going to happen as the year goes on. Because what happens as the year goes on is very different from what I believe is going to be happening over the course of the next couple of months. And I really, I really put myself out there when I say this kind of stuff, and I try to give you like analysis that far out, because the reality is nobody really knows. I know that there's a lot of people that are, like amateurs in the markets that they think that being a good trader is about predicting the future. And it's not. There is no trader out there that can predict the future. That's not what being a good trader is really all about. It's about identifying high probability in the market and being able to adapt and adjust in extremely volatile, uncertain times, which is exactly what we find ourselves in right now. There is not a right answer somewhere. It's not, I used this analogy today in chat. I think it makes a whole lot of sense. There's not a right answer that's written on a piece of paper and locked away in a safe somewhere. There's not. It's like, you guys remember in grammar school, or if you guys were young enough to remember, maybe your kids, when they have like the jelly bean contest, there's like a jar of jelly beans or whatever the hell's in it. And all the kids have to guess how many jelly beans are in the jar, right? There is a correct answer to that. There is a correct answer to how many jelly beans are in that jar. Somebody's going to be right. Other people are going to be wrong. Okay. That's very different than if we went to a swimming pool and I start pouring jelly beans into the swimming pool. Pretend they have an infinite amount of jelly beans, and I start pouring them in. And I tell you, take a guess how many jelly beans are going to be in this pool when I just randomly decide to stop pouring. I might stop pouring in 2 minutes. I might stop pouring in 2 days. I might sit here and pour these jelly beans in for an entire week. You have no idea when. Take a guess how many jelly beans are going to be in this pool when I'm done pouring. There is not a right answer to that question. You understand the difference? That it's a complete and total guess. And anybody that actually gets that number correct doesn't mean that their analysis was better than the other person's guess. It doesn't mean that they knew something that the other person didn't. It doesn't mean that they're smarter than that other person. It doesn't mean that they're better than that other person. It's a complete and total guess because there is a variable that you cannot predict. And that variable is, when am I going to stop pouring? Nobody knows that answer. So you cannot accurately, with any type of analysis, guess how many jelly beans are going to be in that pool. But you could guess how many jelly beans are in the jar. There is a right answer to that question. We are in a situation right now where I'm pouring jelly beans into the pool, and you don't know when I'm going to stop. So instead of trying to figure out how many jelly beans are going to be in that pool when I'm done pouring, you should be focused on other things. Don't try to guess something that you have a absolute 0% chance. Okay. Or I shouldn't say 0% chance. That's not entirely true. Don't try to guess something where there's so many variables that it becomes a fool's game. Rather understand how different variables in the market today could cause markets to go up or markets to go down, and be nimble enough to position yourselves according to those things. That is how you guys will make money in very high volatile environments like we have here. I don't believe there is a right answer on what's going to happen. I've said from the very beginning of this year, and I put it in my market outlook report for 2025, which is something I published all of our members for free. I said, this is one of the years where the spread of outcome is one of the largest that we've had in quite a while. Meaning that things can either go really, really, really right, or things can go really, really, really wrong. And there are so many variables in between that can cause it to be somewhere in the middle. And all of these variables are starting to come to fruition over these last 2 weeks, where the markets are finally paying attention to the risk of what could go wrong. Coming into 2025, markets were priced for absolute perfection. And I don't like when markets are priced for absolute perfection because it leaves no room for error. It means that the market is pricing in just this Goldilocks perfect scenario, nothing can or will go wrong. And the second that you start to price in risk, the market has to come down if the valuations are priced for perfection. And coming into 2025, you had forward PE, trailing PE, whoever you want to look at it, on the S&P, up or near all-time highs. 22.5 times PE. That's historically extremely high. 26 times forward PE. That is historically extremely high. You have to go back to like the year 2000, okay, 1999, right before the dot-com bubble, to find valuations that are that high. Meaning there's not a lot of, I'm not saying that this is another dot-com scenario. It's not, okay? What I'm saying is that the markets were priced for perfection. It wasn't discounting risk. And what is the risk? Well, the risk is we don't know what's going to happen with inflation. Inflation has been moving up for the last 5 months, maybe even 6 months. What are we, March now? So no, we're almost, 6 or 7 months. I think, don't quote me on this, but I think we bottomed. I think the CPI print bottomed in the August CPI, which was reported in September, which was 2.4. And ever since 2.4, the CPI number has been going up, not down, up. And there were a couple of months in there where it was like, oh, well, we were expecting it to go up, and it went up, and it came in line with expectations. Like, oh, well, last month it was 2.4. Well, now we're expecting 2.6, and it comes in at 2.6. And everyone's like, oh, inflation in line with expectations. We're expecting 2.8. Oh, comes in at 2.8, in line with expectations. We're expecting 3.0, comes in at 2.9. Yay, under expectations, but still moving higher from the month before. Inflation is a rate of change. It is not a price. It's a rate of change. And to have an accelerating inflation number is not necessarily a good thing, but the markets continue to make all-time highs in the face of it because the markets believed that although it's moving, that inflation is moving higher, it's not the new trend, and inflation is not going to continue. It's not going to go to 3.5 and 3.8 and 4 and 4.5 and 5, et cetera. And the Fed's going to have to raise rates in 2025. The markets didn't believe that. I still don't think that that is the case. I don't believe the Fed's going to have to raise rates this year. I don't believe that inflation is going to run rampant. But the risk wasn't priced into the market, and it still was a possibility. Now you welcome in tariffs, and all of a sudden, in the last couple of days, the market has a hissy fit over tariffs. Why? This isn't a surprise. We've seen this story before. You can go back to Trump's first term and take a look at the trade war between US and China. It was tariffs, tariffs, tariffs. We already traded through a tariff environment. On the entire Trump campaign, tariffs, tariffs, tariffs. Everybody knew that tariffs were going to be a major part of his policy. Why is it a surprise that the tariffs are being put on? It shouldn't necessarily be a surprise. The point that I'm making is, why did the market not have this already priced in? We were priced for perfection, not discounting any of the things that could possibly go wrong. Here's the part then I think that gets really interesting. The expectation of Fed rate cuts today went from 1 in 2025 up to 3. That doesn't make a lot of sense. The market is telling you by a list of different things. The reasons I'll explain in a moment. The reasons what the market is telling you, okay? What the market is telling you is that the market's saying we are more worried right now about a growth scare than we are a reigniting of inflation. That's the market's telling you. How do you know that that's the market's telling you? This isn't it is my opinion, but here's the reasons why that's the case. Paying attention to different areas of the market will tell you what the market is doing or why it's doing what it's doing. Just looking at the SPY or the Nasdaq and saying we're up or down doesn't tell you necessarily what the market cares more about. Part of my job is to determine what the market cares about, what is moving the market. And it changes over time. Markets go through different periods where they care about different things. If you remember, there used to be a point in time where a really strong jobs report was actually negative for the stock market because it made people worried that inflation was going to move higher. That is not the case anymore. Now, the market, we're going to get a labor report here this week. The markets are going to want to see a strong labor report because they want the jobs market to hold together long enough for inflation to come back down so the Fed can start cutting rates again. Because if the labor market weakens before inflation comes down, the Fed is in a peculiar position. They can't cut rates if inflation's not coming down. You'll run too much of a risk of another 1970 situation where inflation reignited and you lost control, became unanchored, and Paul Volcker had to slam the economy with interest rate hikes that caused the double dip recession of 1980 and 1982. You don't want that. The Fed doesn't want that. Trump doesn't want that. Nobody wants a reigniting of inflation. Okay? Nobody. And Jerome Powell is not going to cut rates into inflation moving higher, regardless of what the job market's doing. And that's the truth. He won't tell you that. But the reality is, the harsh reality is, it's a lot easier to fix the unemployment rate by reigniting the economy with different various stimulus measures than it is to bring down unanchored inflation. Unanchored inflation is one of the hardest things for the Fed to fix. They don't want that to be the case, which is the reason why I don't believe that you're going to cut rates, okay, aggressively this year. So why did the market then go from 1 rate cut probability to 3 in 2025? And that means the market's got to be saying, we don't believe inflation is going to be higher in the end of this year than it is right now. Because if the markets really thought that, they wouldn't be pricing in 3 rate cuts this year from the Fed. How do you also know that it's not inflation, that it's a little bit of a growth scare? Because the banks are selling off as well today. The banks sold off. Bank of America, Citigroup, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs, the banks sold off. Well, the banks are supposed to be rallying because it's a deregulation environment. We're going to get lighter rules on Basel III, which is the capital requirements that banks have to hold on all of the loans that they issue out. Okay. That is all going to be positive for the banks. The only thing that would be negative for the banks is if the economy were to slow and loan growth goes negative. So the banks got hit today. You want to know what else tells you that's a little bit of a growth scare? Yields are coming down aggressively. You had the 10-year treasury go from 4.8 to 4.2. But stocks are going down. Well, over the last 2 years, we were taught that as yields go down, that's good for tech stocks. And as yields go up, that's bad for tech stocks. Depends on the reason why the rates are going up or down. Right now, rates are going down because there's a flock of capital into bonds because that is a flight to safety with uncertainties over growth and uncertainties over the economy. All that's happening is a repricing of risk. The markets are saying, okay, we acknowledge that there are variables out there that we are not going to be able to predict, that we don't know the outcomes of them. So we have to readjust valuations to price in that risk. That's the pullback that you are experiencing in the markets right now. I do not believe that this pullback or this growth scare or this readjusting of risk is going to lead to something severe. I do not believe there's going to be a bear market this year. I do not believe there's going to be a recession this year. I believe there's going to be a growth scare that will not materialize into something greater. And then I believe as you get into the back half of the year, that growth scare, which helps bring down interest rates, which helps bring down the price of oil, helps bring down inflation. And as you get into the back half of the year, inflation begins to tick lower, and the Fed can then start to cut rates for the right reason. And then people realize that the correction was just a repricing of risk. It's a reset of market valuations from the ridiculously high expensive levels that they were. And that leaves you with a buying opportunity before the greatest technological revolution that we have seen since the creation of the internet continues to mature. That is what I believe. And I will be putting my money where my mouth is. Because think about this. I don't want the Fed to make decisions based on tariffs. They should not make decisions based on tariffs. Let me explain to you why. And everyone's worried about, well, how's the Fed going to react to tariffs? I don't think they're going to do anything with regard to tariffs. They can't. And here's the reason why. Monetary policy from the Fed is like turning a cruise ship. It's like melting a glacier. It takes forever to work itself through the economy. When the Fed cuts rates or the Fed raises rates, it takes months for that policy change to take effect in the economy. It is not a boom, boom, boom type of thing. But tariffs could come off as quickly as they came on. You can wake up Monday morning and the tariffs are off on Canada and Mexico. So if the Fed makes a decision based on tariffs, I think it's a major mistake. And it's why I don't think they're going to do it. Because they know that as quickly as Trump puts tariffs on, he could take tariffs off if he gets what he wants in some form of negotiation with Canada or Mexico or somebody else. The point is that they can come off just as quickly as they came on. And nobody knows. Fast forward a year from now. Do we still have 25% tariffs on Canada? Do you think a year from now we're going to have 25% tariffs in Canada? I'm going to tell you right now that we're not, because Canada's economy will be in a severe recession if that is the case. Canada and Mexico right now don't have cards to play this fight. China and Europe do. Now, China and Europe is April 2nd. That is way more meaningful, in my opinion, than Canada and Mexico. Because Canada and Mexico don't necessarily have the cards to really try to fight and negotiate this. They're going to have to give. Whatever that is, whatever that looks like, I don't know, but they're going to have to give. China and Europe are going to be able to put up a much greater fight. They're much bigger trading partners than Canada and Mexico. So that's going to be maybe a different story. But if the market is selling off simply because there's tariffs on Canada and Mexico, I think it's selling off for the wrong reason. I think more the market should be selling off or pulling back because it's repricing risk. It's acknowledging the fact that, you know what, things aren't perfect. There's a couple of variables that we're not sure how they're going to go, and we need to reprice. And people get very nervous when markets start to pull in because they've just been so used to markets doing nothing but going up. But that's not realistic. There are corrections. Markets pull back. Every 1.2 to 1.4 years, there is a correction. A correction is a 10% or greater pullback. Bear markets are 20% or more, and those happen only 4 to 6 years. Well, we already had 2 bear markets in the last 4 years. Okay? You had 2020 was a bear market. 2022 was a bear market. Okay? So you're already way ahead of schedule. So for you to have another bear market in 2025 would be extremely historically uncommon. Not to say it's impossible, because I acknowledge the fact that things could go wrong. It's possible that you can have a bear market this year, but I don't think it's likely. I don't think it's probable, at least not yet. I will tell you when that thought changes. When I believe that the probability of recession is now likely, or bear market is likely, I will certainly let you know. You also had recession odds today go from 23%, I think it was, or 26%. It jumped to 39%. So now the probability of recession has gone up. Still well below 50%, but the probability has gone up. It's a repricing of risk. But here's the other side of the argument. And the reason why I'm explaining all this to you is I want you to understand what's going on. If the markets aren't just going down because of tariffs, the markets aren't just going down because of NVIDIA's earnings or whatever it is. There's a lot of factors at play. And in order for you to be able to position yourself the best way to make money, you have to understand why the market's doing what it's doing. Because if you don't understand why the market's doing what it's doing, then how are you ever going to determine when the market's going to change? If the markets are going down, you need to understand why they are going down so you can determine when it's going to go back up. Because whenever the reason it's going down, when that changes, you then think the markets are going to move higher. Understanding this bigger piece of the puzzle is important. This is the macro side of things. We talk about this a lot inside of True Trading Group. Okay. And I'm telling you right now, you got to leave your political opinions at the door when you have this conversation. Okay. Because what ends up happening is, here's what ends up happening. People that hate Donald Trump say he's going to screw this up. And then people that love Donald Trump say he's going to nail this thing perfectly. You have to try to put whether or not you like or you love or hate Trump, you got to put that aside. And you have to look about what is the most likely scenario that is going to happen in this market. And it's going to happen with all these different variables. And you have to try to leave your love or your hatred for the president. You got to try to leave that aside, because that will give you a bias and will lead you down possibly the wrong path. Try to look at it from a neutral, unbiased standpoint and understand why the markets are doing what they're doing. But here's the other side of the argument. If interest rates come down, which the 10-year has gone from 4.8 to 4.2, it's a significant drop. If oil prices go lower, oil just broke underneath $70 a barrel today for the first time in a while. So oil is moving lower. Interest rates are moving lower. If the economy slows to a point where inflation moves lower, and then the Fed begins cutting rates in the second half of this year, and they go into the back half of this year, and inflation comes back down, and the Fed starts to cut rates, you have $7 trillion sitting in money market funds right now, waiting to find a home. And I do not believe that money is going to stay in money market funds or roll back into money market funds if interest rates are going down. That's $7 trillion that is sitting in money market funds while interest rates were rising from nothing, okay, to when interest rates started going crazy, when the Fed started raising rates and inflation happened and everything else, and bond yields went to 5%. That $7 trillion found a home to generate a real return to generate that 5% risk-free rate of return. As that risk-free rate of return goes back down, your equity risk premium then starts to move up. And that $7 trillion that's sitting in money market funds will find a home in the equity market. That is why I'm telling you that I believe that a correction and a pullback based on these reasons is buyable. That's my long-term outlook. That is my belief. That's my view on the entire market. Agree with me or disagree with me, I don't really necessarily care. It's my YouTube channel. I'm giving you my opinion, right? And I'm going to be doing exactly that. I'm going to be, putting my money where my mouth is. And as that correction takes place, I'm going to be buying stuff. I'm going to be buying all my favorite tech names. I'm going to be buying NVIDIA. I'm going to be buying, Amazon and Meta and Palantir and CrowdStrike and Broadcom and Snowflake and Salesforce and ServiceNow and AppLovin. I'm going to be buying all of these stocks. I already own them. I'm going to be buying more of them if and when that opportunity presents itself, if I'm right. And this is, to my point about how tariffs can come on and go on and off as quickly as what just happened right after the market closed. Ludnick says that Trump might meet Canada and Mexico in the middle on tariffs. That's why the markets rallied after the close. If you guys take a look, see what the markets did after the close. See that? That was when they said that, Trump might meet Canada and tariff in the middle when it comes to tariffs. And then that happened right after the bell. Right after the bell, that happened. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. What does that mean, meet in the middle? I have no idea what that means. But the point that I'm getting at is if you learned anything, and a lot of people weren't here until 2018. But if you learned anything from 2018, I've been doing this for 18 years. So obviously I was trading through 2018. But if you learned anything through 2018, it's that when you have discussions of tariffs and when tariffs are a driving force of volatility, one day the markets could be up 1,000 points. The next day they could be down 1,000 points, right? We already went through this in 2018. And you get a ton of volatility, you get a ton of roller coasters, you get back and forth, and then eventually the tariffs settle, the trade negotiations are agreed upon, and then the markets then start to do their thing. That's what happened in 2018. I don't know if that's going to happen this time. I think it will. I don't think if you fast forward a year from now, we still have 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada. I don't. And the U.S. and China, they'll figure something out because if they just continue to fight, it's mutually assured destruction. We need China. China needs the U.S. And without one or the other one suffers greatly. It's the relationship that is the most connected, right? It's the relationship that's the most connected. If we just go do a tariff war with Canada, Canada will crumble. Their economy is not going to be able to withstand it. The U.S. will. The U.S. economy will suffer too, but Canada will fall into a severe recession. And the U.S. will just kind of be like, we're okay though. That's not the same with China, and also even with Europe. That's going to be a different negotiation. There's going to be a different stance there. So just from an economic standpoint, that's just the truth. That's just the reality of the situation. So I don't think if you fast forward a year from now that we're still going to be talking about tariffs like we are now. I just don't. Maybe I'm wrong. And if we still are talking about tariffs a year from now, then the chances of us being in a recession in 2026 are probably extremely high. I'd say at that point, it's likely that we'd be in a recession in 26 if we're still talking about 25% tariffs on China and Mexico and Canada and a 20% tariff on Europe. And then you're probably in a recession in 2026. I just don't believe that's going to be the case. So let me get this right. You're saying stocks will bounce back? Yes. I think we have a little bit more downside. I do. I think we're going to have a correction this year. I've been very vocal about this. I think we're going to have a correction. What is a correction? A correction is a 10% or greater pullback from the all-time high. Okay? Anywhere from 10 to 19%. That is a correction. That is what I think we're going to see this year. 20% or greater is a bear market. I don't think we're going to have a bear market. I think we will have a correction. It's what I've been saying for the last 3 months. It's what I continue to say to you right now. And when that correction shows up, I am going to be buying stuff. Yes. And I will do it with a smile on my face, as I did on August 5th of 2024, as I did in the first or second quarter of 23, and as I did in May and June of 2022, and as I did in March and April of 2020. I will do it with a smile on my face. So that's it. That is it. That is my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. That's my analysis. We'll see if I'm right. And if I'm wrong, you're all going to be able to come back and point to this YouTube video and be like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't sit here and try to pretend like I'm right 100% of the time. I don't have a 100% win rate, guys. I make losing trades too, right? I'm not perfect. Okay. Yes, I am right a hell of a lot more than I am wrong, but I'm also wrong. I'm wrong sometimes. And when I'm wrong, guess what? I lose money. I lose money when I'm wrong. And when I'm right, I make money. And I'm right a hell of a lot more than I'm wrong. But I'm also humble enough to say, yeah, I'm wrong sometimes. And when I am wrong, I'll come right back on this YouTube channel. I'm going to say, yep, I'm wrong. Not what I expected. I'm wrong. And here's why I was wrong. And now what am I going to do about it? I'm not going to sit and just, complain and cry about it. I'm going to cut my loss. I'm going to reposition myself to get myself back into the game. That's what this is all about. That's it. Okay. So there's my analysis, guys. That's my broader market view. Those are my thoughts. And we'll talk about that's bigger macro picture. Today specifically, today was a huge day, man. Today was a huge day inside of chat. I mean, one of our moderators, Shy, just had a ridiculous day today. I mean, literally, she ripped off. I don't even know how many triple-digit games. I mean, she had some put options from the other day, and she carried them into today, and the market just sold off heavy in the morning, and she just was ripping profits off on all these different put options. We had a handful of triple-digit gains today. You had 0 DTE SPY trades today. You had a monster Tesla trade today. That was where I made my money today. I went through and I shorted Tesla today real early in the morning. We popped back up into resistance, 276. I took the short. We rode it all the way down to 262. So it was a beautiful trade for us early in the morning. But the analysis from us, from True Trading Group today, was a very specific analysis. And this is what we do every day. Like, I give you very specific analysis. So it's very easy for me to point back and be like, look how right I was, or for you to point back and be, well, look how wrong he was. Because I give very specific analysis. I don't just say, hey, I think the market's going to go down. The analysis today was that I believe that the bearish engulfing candle that we got yesterday, after what was a technical bounce back, or this phantom bounce back that seemingly came out of nowhere in the final hour of the day on Friday, with being the end of the month. I think we just got this phantom little, pop. The fact that you wiped that out yesterday with a huge bearish engulfing candle, you rejected off of resistance, the 50-day moving average, that I said that is going to cause a follow-through momentum to the downside. And the analysis today was sell early, bounce late. That was the analysis today. So let the momentum take you through structure support at 575, tail into the 200-day moving average, and then bounce. That was the specific analysis that True Trading Group members were given today before the market opened. And if you don't believe me, that's okay. Fortunately, we have probably 1,000 or so members here that are from True Trading Group to verify that that's exactly what we had said. Members of True Trading Group, true or false? Did I or did I not, before the markets open, say, look for follow-through momentum selling pressure to pierce 575, get into the 200-day moving average, and then bounce later in the day? True or false? Is that not what the analysis was coming into the day today in the pre-market session? But you guys have to realize, in the pre-market session, you guys get the analysis of the moderators every day. We tell you exactly what we think the markets are going to do. We tell you exactly which stocks that we are focused on, where we're going to enter, where we're going to exit. You guys know exactly what the focal point of the entire day is going to be. So members that are on this live stream, you guys go ahead, true or false, you be the judge. Did we or did we not say that? Because I know there's a lot of people on here that are not members, that there's no way for them to verify what we said on our platform at 9:15 this morning, right? So members, you got to do them a favor. You got to help them out. And there you go. Right? There you guys go. So you guys just saw all of those members. Mike, my bud, you gave him a shout a few weeks ago. He just had his first green day after doing all of his courses. That's incredible. Yes, great job. I love to hear that. I love that he did the courses first and then got his butt in there and started trading. That's the way you should do it. Go through the courses first, then start trading. Third time in my trading career, I had another triple-digit gains, but did it twice today, puts and calls. That's incredible. That's what I'm talking about, right? Sell it early, bounce it late. So I guess that's 4 triple-digit gains. Way to go, Eddie, man. Congrats, man. Great job. Really great job. For that reason, I made money today on Tesla and SPY both ways, puts and calls. Way to go. And Marita, great job. Made money, Tesla and SPY, puts and calls. My boy Jimmy, true. 4 triple-digit puts in the morning, 3 triple-digit calls in the afternoon. There you go. That's 7 triple-digit gains for my boy Jimmy today. This is the type of analysis that you get as a member of True Trading Group. Kevin killed it in the morning. Yes, we were all over this analysis. Jeff got into SPY put options at 15 cents. They ran out all the way to $2.11. Absolutely monster trade there on that one, Jeff. Great job. This is what True Trading Group members are doing. This is what they are accomplishing. This is what they are achieving. These are their results. My boy John Bean got 300 points trading futures. 300 points in a single day. That's insane. Biggest day of 2025 so far. Think about this for a second. The market's getting smashed, and our members are having their biggest days of the year. That is not a coincidence, because volatility creates opportunity. And if you know what you are doing, volatility is your best friend. This is why our members have success. This is why our members make money. And when people ask me, well, why should I join True Trading Group? I don't tell you, I don't boast about myself. I don't talk about, oh, well, my win rate this, or this is how much money I made last year, that. I don't care about that. And you shouldn't care about that, because I can tell you I made $10 million. It doesn't matter, because not one of those millions is going to go towards paying your bills. What matters most is, are our members able to actually make money? And that is what is the most important thing. And that's exactly what's true. Members of True Trading Group, do me a favor. If you guys are making money because of TTG and with TTG, type the number 1 inside chat right now. Ann Marita grew her entire account by 30% today alone. Her entire account grew by 30% in one day. My boy Just Patience K made 300% on call options this afternoon. Members, type the number 1 if you are making money with True Trading Group. Just type the number 1. My boy Kurt got 180% gain on SPY options today. Glenn had nothing but winning trades today. We live for the volatility regardless of the direction, says my boy Fib by Nachi. See all these people typing the number 1? These are your peers. These are your friends, family members, co-workers, complete strangers. They are you. And they're telling you they're making money. And it's not because they're smarter than you. It's not because they're luckier than you. Sure as hell isn't because they have more time than you. 82% of our members have a full-time job. What's your excuse? My boy Janelle, 3 for 3 today. 3 for 3 today. Great job. 100% win rate today. Well done. Nothing but green. 82% of our members have a full-time job. It's not an excuse. Swing trade. Take our day trades. Our day trades last hours. Our swing trades last days. When my friends are nervous about the market going down, I am making money. Proud to be part of TTG. My boy Raj, great job. There's nothing better than making money as the market goes down and taking that profit and then rolling it into your long-term portfolio as stocks are at lower prices. It's the whole point of this game. It's the whole reason why we do this. It's the whole reason why we do this. This is what TTG members are accomplishing. You can too. You can too. Do yourself a favor, okay? If you are not a member of True Trading Group, if you are not a member, go to ttgoffer.com right now. And I will offer you a double your money back guarantee if you cannot make your membership fee back with True Trading Group. I'm being dead serious. You go to ttgoffer.com right now. Every single thing that you see on that page is included in your membership. You're going to get a brand new free laptop, Windows 11, Microsoft 365. It's a 14-inch HP laptop. It's free. We cover the shipping. We ship anywhere in the world. Okay? You'll get a free laptop. But you're also going to get 22 courses, which is our full curriculum, simplified version of what I learned working at the fund in New York. You're going to get Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed, TradingView's premium charting software, TradingView's, trade idea scanners on our platform for you guys to use, unusual options activity, options flow, dark pool data, short data, congressional trading data, over 1,000 hours of workshops inside of our video library. All of this is included when you guys join our annual membership. And I'm sitting here telling you now, if you join True Trading Group Okay, I'll give you you're going to get a 52% discount right here on this live stream. The membership is usually over $2,000. You join today, you'll pay $1,047 for the entire year. If you are unable to make back the $1,047 membership fee at least one time during your membership, I will not just give you back $1,047. I'm going to give you back double. $2,094 will be coming back your way if you can make $1,047 back at least once after going through our courses, passing our quizzes, attending one study group, and actually using the platform that you are subscribing to. That is how much we believe in the platform that we've created. That is how confident we are in the success rate of our members. That I'm willing to offer you double your money back, and I can do that without blinking an eye because our refund rate is less than 2.5%. If our refund rate was 15%, I wouldn't be able to offer you double your money back. But since it's so incredibly low, I can. We're 4.6 at a 5-star rated on Trustpilot. Go check them out. I made back 2/3 of my membership fee that I literally paid on Friday in the last 2 days. That's incredible. Firewolf became a member on Friday. They have been inside of chat for 2 days. They've already made back 2/3 of the membership cost in 2 days. Your goals are a lot closer than you think. Your excuses that you give to yourself are just that, excuses. They're not valid reasons on why you can't do this. 10,000 members in 114 countries say otherwise. Now, we are also doing a very special giveaway for non-members that I want to make sure you guys are all aware of. Okay? I'm doing a very special giveaway for non-members. Okay? Now, listen to me very carefully. You do not need to buy a membership in order to participate in this giveaway. You do not need to buy a membership to win or participate in this giveaway. This giveaway is for non-members. I am going to be raffling off a entire trading station, monitors, computer, the whole nine, that is worth around $4,500. I'm raffling that off on March 30th. Okay. If you are not a member of True Trading Group and you would like to register for that giveaway, okay, go to truetradinggroup.com/KISS. Okay. Again, go to truetradinggroup.com/KISS, and you guys can register for your chance to win a trading station worth around $4,500. What if you're already making between $800 and $2,000 or more a day? K8, if you're already a consistently profitable trader, which it sounds like you are, if you're making between $800 and $2,000 a day, obviously, that means you're doing very well. If that is the case, and you're already a consistently profitable trader, then joining True Trading Group can only help you amplify those gains. So maybe you take the 800 to 2K and it turns into, 1,500 to 3,000. Okay, True Trading Group is not just for beginners. We have people in True Trading. We have one of our members in True Trading Group, actually, who's been trading for like 28 years, used to be a market maker at the Nasdaq. We have a fund manager that actually manages money for 50 high net worth individuals. That's a member of True Trading Group. And then we have people that never traded a stock or an option a day in their life, and we have everything in between. We have over 10,000 members in 114 different countries. So there's a lot of variety. Our course material, like our trainings, K8, our trainings are broken up between beginner and advanced. So obviously you're not a beginner. So I would say, listen, start with the advanced material and see if there's something in there that maybe you pick it up and it helps, tweak your trading in a way that improves it for you. If you're already profitable, I am not the type of person, K8, I'll tell you right now, there's a million different ways to make money in the markets. There's a ton of different styles and strategies that people use. I am not the type of person that's like, it's my way or the highway, because it's not. We have 8 other professional traders inside True Trading Group for a reason, because I think it's very important for members to get exposure to a variety of styles and strategies to see what works best for them. You obviously already have a strategy that works for you. Don't change it. The only thing that can benefit you is just being around a bunch of other successful traders can only make you better, that's the whole point of being in a group. It's to make each other better, right? That's the whole point. You don't join trading communities to watch other traders brag about their success. You do it so that you're better and everybody else just becomes better. I only have 2 eyes, right? I can't look at 1,000 stocks all at once, but if I've got 10,000 members that all know what they're looking for and know what to do, then that's going to make me better, right? There's plenty of times when I'm not looking at a particular stock and a member's like, hey, Mike, check out Shopify. And I'm like, oh, I wasn't even looking at Shopify today. Let me pull it up. I'm like, wow, this is actually a great looking setup. And I take the trade, I make money. And I'm like, wow, thanks for the call out. I owe you a steak dinner. Even Tiger Woods has a caddy he listens to. Being a good trader or even great trader doesn't mean you can't learn how to be better. Sometimes we need unbiased eyes to keep us honest. That's a good point. It's a really good point, Jimmy. It's a really good point. Right? But if it doesn't show, would I show you that for a refund? Sometimes other people's strategies do the opposite by complicating things. Yeah, K8, it's up to you. You know, I mean, we would, if you apply for the refund, you would have to apply. You'd have to show us, because if you kill it, but you're saying that like with us, you didn't make any money. I mean, you'd have to show that it was, I don't know. I don't even know how you would show that. Maybe we have to line up like, you know, trades you took that moderators took. Because if you followed moderator alerts and you didn't make back any of that, then I guess that's how we would have to go through that. Because if you're already successful on your own, you have to look at, you know, trades that you might have followed us on, but you might not follow us on any of our trades, and that's totally fine. I think you're better off. I always tell people, listen, like when people join your trading group and they're new, listen, if you want to follow the moderator alerts, go right ahead. You know, follow the mods, but you will reach your full potential when you are good enough to start taking your own trades. You're not ever going to be as good as the trader you're following, because if you're going to follow a trader, you have to follow that trader. You got to take every trade they take. You've got to take profit when they take profit. You got to scale out when they scale out. You got to do the same position. It all has to be the same. Otherwise, like I might make 10 trades and I can have 8 winners and 2 losers. But if it just so happens you take the only 2 losers that are losers, I'm huge green and you're red. Like if you're going to follow, you got to follow. You know, and you know that. K8, you're an experienced trader. You know that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm saying. If you're looking to join, we got the double your money back guarantee to kind of give you peace of mind. I don't think you need it. Also, if you're an experienced trader, you get Benzinga Pro's news feed. You get short data. You get congressional trading data. You get unusual options activity. You get dark pool data. I don't know if maybe you might pay for some of that stuff already. You don't have to pay for it anymore because it's included in your membership. So that's another really nice benefit of joining TTG is you don't have to pay for Benzinga. You don't got to pay for TradingView, trade ideas, you know, unusual whales. Like you don't have to pay for that stuff because it's included in our platform, right? So that's another, you know, congressional trading data. You know, if you follow like Quiver Quant or something like that for Congress trades, you don't have to do that. You don't have to pay for that anymore because it's part of our platform. So that's another reason why it's good for an experienced trader because all those things are part of it, right? So again, it's ttgoffer.com. Everything on that page is included. There's no upsell or additional cost for anything you see on ttgoffer.com. And you guys have the W money back guarantee, which I really don't think you need. Our refund rate is less than 2.5%, but it's there to really just give you guys peace of mind and to prove to you how much we believe in the platform that we've created. Okay. But what I was saying about that giveaway, if you guys want to register for the $4,500 trading station that I'm giving away on March 30th, go to truetradinggroup.com/KISS. It's free. You don't have to enter a credit card, nothing like that. It's totally free. Okay. Register for the giveaway. But those of you that join an annual membership to True Trading Group today will get an additional 4 entries into that giveaway. Okay. So if you're not a member right now on this live stream, if you're not a member, you register for the giveaway, then go to ttgoffer.com, join the annual membership, and then you will get 4 additional entries into the giveaway, which means your name will be in the giveaway 5 times instead of 1. So you drastically increase your chances of winning the giveaway. Okay. The way that the giveaway works is I'm going to give you 5 code words. I'm going to give that code word away on every Sunday live stream. I gave you the first code word this previous Sunday. It was the word start. Start. That's the first code word I gave away this Sunday. The next code word I will give you this upcoming Sunday. And the Sunday after that, and so on until we get to March 30th, I'm going to give you the final code word on that live stream. And then I'm going to, everyone that registered, we're going to put everyone's name into a random name picker called the Wheel of Names. We will spin that wheel live on the live stream. If your name is called, you're going to have 3 minutes to send a text message to a phone number that we're going to put on the screen and give me the 5 code words. If you give me all 5 code words, you just won an entire trade station, monitors and all, worth around $4,500. So again, to register for the giveaway, you go to truetradinggroup.com/KISS. And if you join the annual membership, you get an additional 4 entries into the giveaway. If anybody has any questions at all, send a text message right now to 1-888-621-2127. Again, that is 1-888-621-2127. Any questions that you guys have, text that number that's at the bottom of your screen. We're fully transparent. We are an open book. We'll answer any questions that you guys want to know. Again, it's 1-888-621-2127. Just text that number right there at the bottom of the screen, and we'll be happy to help you guys out and answer any questions that we can. Okay? Way to go, David. It was Mike gave analysis on NVIDIA. I made 3 green trades just off his before the market analysis. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I didn't even trade NVIDIA today. Right. But that's the thing. That's what we do at True Trading Group, right? I give you guys my analysis. I give you my top trade ideas. I tell you the entries, the exits. You guys get all of it before the market even opens. So based on that analysis, my boy David, Mike gave analysis on NVIDIA. I made 3 green trades just off of his before the market analysis. That's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I'll show you where I made my money today. My money today, I jumped on. My whole analysis today was, listen, we're going to get follow through momentum early, and then the markets are going to try to bounce off the 200-day moving average. We talked about in the pre-market. In my opinion, it was a pretty easy call, pretty easy analysis. And you had this 575, 576 support level. That is the pre-election gap up. So you had this big gap from the election, and then we dipped back down into that in early January on some job market fears. And then that level held. You closed the gap and that level held. So there's some structure support right there. And after the bearish engulfing wipeout candle we had yesterday, I just felt like there's going to be enough momentum to take us further, and then let the momentum pierce the level, and then establish support, find your footing at the 200-day, which is this yellow line, and then bounce. And that's exactly what transpired this morning. So as we pan things out, you take a look. Let me just delete this. Don't want to make things confusing. And you take a look at what happened in the morning today. We had the gap down. You tried to reclaim prior day's low, couldn't, just rolled over. It was a pretty easy trade. And I used Tesla to go ahead and take that. I just waited for Tesla to bounce back up into the very straightforward trade. Bounce back up into prior day's low. I took the short there above 276, and we just rolled this thing. And I just was just peeling profits off along the way down into that low of 276. And then you have a lot of support down there. You have a lot of support down there on Tesla. 250s, 260s, a big support level. I'll take you back to the weekly chart to really show you the level, because it's really clear. And here you guys can see all of this structure, right? You guys see all of this right here, all of this resistance here from 23, right? Then you have all this resistance here from 24. And then on the weekly chart, you've got all these major moving averages. There's your 50-day. There's your 200 and 100 on the weekly, and they all line up right there, 250, 260. And that's why I was like, okay, momentum take you down there early, but then you're going to run into some really big structure, and you probably bounce from there. So everybody started peeling profits off as we got into that zone, and then flipped it and went long. And we had a lot of our members. Some of our members just decided after the morning sell-off, hey, I'm going to lock in my profits. I'm done for the day. And a lot of our members decided to just go enjoy the rest of the day and spend their time doing something else that they love. Some of our other members decided, hey, I lock in those profits. Let's put that analysis to the test. Let's flip it. Let's go long. We went long on futures, on the NQs, ES. We went long. Some people went long on Tesla. Some people went long on Amazon. Some people went long on Coinbase. I mean, you just had a lot of flips to go long in the afternoon, and the markets just really ripped to go all the way back to flat, on the day. Before eventually pulling back before the close. But we were able to catch this entire recovery right back into yesterday's close. And then you had to pull back, and then the news about the tariffs, or Trump saying he might meet Canada and Mexico in the middle with tariffs, and that gave you some volatility there after the bell. We got to welcome Aaron. Aaron just joined. Everybody welcome Aaron, newest member to the group, guys. Welcome, Aaron. And then we got to welcome Steve. Steve just joined. Everybody welcome Steve. So Aaron and Steve, congratulations. You guys now have your name entered into the giveaway 5 times. All right. Your names are being entered into the giveaway 5 times. And then, wow. All right. Here's Terry. Terry, welcome to the family. You also, your name is entered in the giveaway 5 times now. Good luck. Good luck. A $4,500 trade station is on the line. All right. $4,500 trade station is on the line. Wow. All right. And then here's Omar. Omar coming in hot. All right. Omar, welcome to the TTG family. Everybody welcome Omar. So we've got some new members that are joining the group, taking advantage. I'm giving you guys a 52% discount. You got a W money back guarantee, which I really don't think that you need. And then you got the giveaway. All right. So again, to register for the giveaway, you go to truetradinggroup.com/KISS. And then to join True Trading Group, you go to ttgoffer.com. Any questions, just send a text message, 1-888-621-2127. That does it here, guys, for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the live. Really great trading today. Great analysis in the overall market. Great analysis with regards to Tesla. What do I think about the days to come? Honestly, guys, I think that a lot is going to ride on this job report that we're going to get. The jobs data over the next 3 days is going to be really important. I think the markets want to see a strong, solid labor report. If that labor report begins to weaken or crack, I think that the pullback can continue. You're at a structure support level. You got the 200-day moving average. You got an indecision doji on the daily chart. You're at a point where a positive economic data point should cause a bounce, but let's wait to see what the data points are. We're going to get ADP numbers tomorrow, I think 8:15, jobless claims Thursday at 8:30, and then the unemployment report with the U.S. labor report, which includes the unemployment rate, is going to be Friday at 8:30. So if we can get some stronger than expected numbers on the labor reports, we're at enough of a support level that we could bounce. Okay, but if you get weakness and you get cracking in those job numbers, we could sell through that 200-day moving average, and then you're looking at probably finding support around 565, 566, and then I would say at that point, that's next level support down. You go long off that level. All right, that's it, folks. Good luck. For those of you that are not members, good luck the rest of the way. Those of you that just joined, good luck with the giveaway. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to text us, 1-888-621-2127. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button. Turn on your notifications. Don't ever miss out on these lives. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Take care.